Yo, what's up guys? Brennan Wolf here, bringing you a wards guide video for top lane. We're just going to talk about a few tips. Nothing too crazy, not too long of a video, just talk about some stuff. So here's a nice little ward here. This is just something that you can get over the wall. You press the space bar here, you stand right next to this plant, above it or on it, and you'll make like a triangle with this crack in the wall. And then you basically just finish the triangle and you use your ward. You do need to press space to center your character though, or it won't work. And you're just drawing that triangle and then finishing the triangle from this crack in the wall, and I think that's a really easy visual representation. Obviously, this isn't where we would want to put the ward, but it's good for either side. If I want to push out, the wave has reset in the middle here, and I'm not sure if somebody's waiting for me, I can ward over and then check before I run out, instead of going around this rock and then stepping right in front of the bush and then possibly dying to enemy jungler. Also, something that's good if you're on the red side and you're pushing and you're hitting the tower and you want to know if you can get another plate, you can walk back, ward, and then come back, hit the tower just in case. So realistically, when we're talking about this bush here, you really don't want to put a ward in the top half or the bottom half. You really want to keep it like right here in the middle. The middle is going to give you far more vision. You can see that this is going to be able to cover a lot more. It sees all of this, everyone crossing. It could also catch somebody who's jumping over from the blast plant. Most champions in League of Legends now are also very mobile, so that's going to catch anybody that could just dash this and get over the wall. So this is preferably where you want to put your wards, is right in the middle of this brush, not on the ends, because you might miss something. So if you put like this one here, you might miss somebody who's hugging the wall at the top there. So using the middle is a lot better here. So tri-bush, you really just want to put it right in the center. It's going to be able to catch everything. As you can see, you get all vision from the top, left, and right side. If you put it too far here, you might miss a little bit here. It just helps you get full vision just putting it right in the center. Also, another little trick is that sometimes just take these words and put them right in the river. If you only have one, but you kind of want to take both of these sides, it's not a bad idea to actually put one just right here. Just right here where you would be able to see somebody hitting the blast plant and coming over. You would get a glimpse on your mini-map. If they hopped over, you'd be able to see somebody from here, and it covers all lanes. But typically it is better to put it in the bush. But in a pinch, you could just put the ward right here and nobody's going to see it. Nobody from the enemy team is going to see it unless they sweep it. And if they're sweeping it, they're going to see the one in the bush anyways. So that's a little trick that a lot of people forget as well. Now let's say we're playing from this side here. We have the wave pushed into the tower. We can actually just roam on down and put vision in their jungle too. So we could come down, put a ward here, which will help our mid laner and help us to know if the jungler is roaming in any area here. Or we could come down and put it right here and see if he's pathing towards Krugs. Maybe they're trying to set up a gank top and they're letting us slow push. Also, if our mid laner is having a hard time and getting ganked a lot, we can also just move down and ward here for them. If our jungler is having a hard time, we can move down and put a ward here and see if the enemy jungler is trying to invade our jungler. And it takes 2 seconds. Once you've crashed the wave, you walk on down and then you put those wards down. So now if we were on this side, the same rules would apply. We would shove the wave in, and if we wanted to make a little quick roam just to put vision down, we would just move into their jungle. You typically don't set one here because there's no point, but putting one right over this wall that can see basically what's going on both camps here, you can basically see the vision that this thing is giving from the little faded circle. You can see the gromp, you can see the blue buff, see if somebody's coming there. You can also go ahead and set one over the wall, and that'll help you see if anything's going on, but that one's less valuable. But typically just setting one there is good, or if you can get past the wall and kind of put one right here that could see up, 2 wolves around could also see this, and we could get a lot more vision from there. And the biggest thing is just making sure that you're using your wards and not just holding on to them, because vision is what's going to keep you alive, especially in the top lane. It's basically like an island. If you get ganked and killed against a skill matchup like Fiora versus Riven, then there's a good chance, or Fiora versus Camille, Jax, anything like that. If you get ganked and the enemy laner gets that first blood on you, it's really hard to come back in these top lane matchups, that's for sure. So great vision is going to help you a lot. Just wanted to throw a video out there and something quick to show you guys where you want to be placing your wards, so on and so forth, and what's going to give you the maximum vision and help you avoid getting ganked, while also helping your team with a few wards like this one here, the one here, there, where you can invade the enemy jungle and put down vision as well to keep eyes on them, so you can spot a gank before 10-15 seconds before it even happens, so you can know if you need to start hard shoving the wave or maybe back up a little bit. Maybe it's time for a reset. You see the jungler doing their red buff because you put a ward down and you see him walk through here, and then you've got that ward right there. Well, you're like, maybe I'll just reset instead, which will make the jungler redirect. Your bot lane knows that they can make a play because you saw him. I mean, it just helps all parts of the map when you put that good vision down. So we will go ahead and I'll show just a little bit of some for fun wards really quick. The one over the Baron pit, which kind of puts it in the wall, right over top of this light. You put it right on this crack on the backside. It'll put the ward inside the wall. So this will actually be covered by the Baron's head. So somebody would have to attack move click to destroy it. And if anybody wants to know how to do that, you literally just press A, and this is your attack move. So it attacks the closest thing to you that's attackable. Like if I go over to the Baron, well, it's Baron and Rift, but if I press attack move and I click backwards, I A and click backwards, it's going to attack the closest thing to me, which is in my range, which there's nothing. But if I'm like in range and then I click backwards, then it will start attacking. Even though I'm clicking backwards, it'll attack move and it will hit him. But when you have a ward that you can't hit because this guy's head is in the way, you would just walk up next to it, make sure that you're within the range by using your A, and then you could just attack move the wall. And attack moving the wall, it'll aggro the closest thing to you, which you saw I wasn't able to when I was right next to him, but I was able to once I had him aggroed. So as long as he's not aggroed on you, you just attack move the wall, and you're good to go. And you can click that ward. And then we'll actually go ahead and show you the bot lane one. This one's really easy. You're literally just looking at the waterfall in the middle. You're centering your character and you're putting it right on this little white mark on it. But you can also walk down a bit and it's a lot easier, and you just literally put it at the end of this little rock instead of the white line, because it'll only reach to the white line if you're up here. But once you walk down, you can actually just press the side of it here. And then I believe there's also a dragon pit ward that's pretty hard to see. Basically, just imagine when you're putting wards down, look at this like tree trunk here. Getting it under this or getting it behind the rocks makes it really hard to hit. So if you put one like this, you know, it's pretty hard to see. It's hard to click. It's like the same idea where it's pretty hidden. Even somebody who's coming into the pit, it would be a little bit more difficult if you're watching like the back to actually get it. So just kind of those little ward tricks where you're like hiding them underneath and not allowing them to get like the free wards, making them a click. It wastes time. Wasting time for the enemy is always good. And that is the wards guide video for the top lane, and then we also tossed in some extra ones across the map as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you then. Love you guys. Peace.